How to log in into Myren cloud services and sign up. I'll show you. It's best viewed using Safari, but it's not mandatory. You could either use Internet Explorer or you could use Google Chrome, but I will use the recommended using Safari. Just type in cloud.myren.net.my. Alright, then when you try first to sign up, just click in this button, sign up, and you need to enter all the details, all the valid details, because when you submit the form, your system admin at your university or institute will check it, either you are valid or not. So it's important for you to use your organization email instead of, we don't allow users to sign up using public email like Google, Yahoo, Hotmail, and we rather want users to use the organization email because it's easy to track them through the staff directory with the human resources, whether the staff is valid or not. So for my case, for this case, I'm going to use my email, cloud vc. I'm going to check if it's correct or wrong. Cloud vc, yeah, correct. Cloud vc at myren.net.my, and your username has to be the same as your email address. Just copy it and paste over here. This is important because when you sign in, people don't really remember their username, but people remember their email address. And another thing is, this is important, is because people that approves you, I mean your system admin that approves you, know, oh, this username is tied to this email address, is tied to this organization. Say that you're from Myren. Oh, this Cloud VC belongs to Akmal, so Akmal is from Myren. So they could easier to track it down. And if you really forgotten your username, you could just remember your email address. You could just ask your system admin to check it. So for your password, make it more secure. Secure at least 6 characters combined with capital and lowercase letters combined with numericals and asterisks. I will use mine. And put in your last name, for example, and for the last name and for the first name, it couldn't have space. I mean, like this. It could not have space in the middle. This is using a US standard. US standard doesn't have 2 names in one name. Say that for the last name. So for me, I'm just going to use Ma'aruf, and this I'm just going to use instead of my real name, which is Muhammad Akmal. I just use Akmal. If you still want to use your first name in one space, so you could combine it all up together just like this, and key in your staff ID. Some of you, like the government sector staffs from the ministry, they don't have any staff ID, so you may use your IC number or any reference that can tie it back to you, because the system admin wants to check it with the staff directly with the human resources, something like that. So mine is 2838. and enter your mobile number that we are able to reach you through this mobile number. Say mine is 012 3 4 5 6 7 8. For an example, this is just an example, but for you, your case, if there happens anything, we could contact you by using this mobile number, but we respect your privacy. We will not share it with others. So for your phone number is, for example, your office number. For mine is 03. Please do not have any dash or spaces. 0383183151. This is Myren office number. So if you have an extension number, mine is 2005, and select your course. If you are based using this, we want to provision a server based on a tender or a project, you need to state down how long are you going to use the server for the project. Say mine, for example, I'm going to use from 1st July until 2 years later. 2 years later, I just type it. You could either select it or type it, but I'm going to type it. 215 July on the 1st. I select 2nd. And for organization, which do you belong? This is important because when you submit, it will go to this organization system admin. If you select wrongly, you wouldn't have any admin to approve you. So take mine, this is very important. So select I agree to the following. Read out from top to bottom every understood terms and conditions. Select this for terms of services. Read down. Understand it, because you're going to bind all of these rules when you use it. So for the privacy policy, if you have any question on signing up or provisioning a machine, virtual machine, tap FAQ. Everything is over here. If you are still confused, contact your system admin. You need to identify who is your system admin. We go back to the main page, and for Myren Cloud, it does not just offer platform as a service, it also offers storage as a service. Storage as a service similar like to Dropbox. It's called on disk. So you have a virtual drive in the cloud. If you don't want it, just untake it. But I would rather take it. So I will show you later how to log in. So click on next step. Next step. Okay. It shows information. User account has been created, waiting approval from the admin. The admin is your university system admin. So they have sent a user an email. So I need to check out my email. Oh, sorry. So Cloud VC, isn't it? No. Alright. We have one email over here. It says welcome, congratulations on signing up and all that. Your username. Save your email. This is important. Save your email. Do not delete it. This is important. Okay, let's go back. So you need to wait for your system admin to approve your account. contact him, email him, you need to identify who is your system admin. Alright, so we wait a couple of moments over here. I'm a system admin for myself, so let me check it. I'm a system admin for Myren, so login using my system admin account. Oh man. Alright, change my organization. Okay. .net, .my. Alright, there you go. So I'm going to approve it. You could view this, but you cannot do this. Please take note about this. User approval. It has my name here. Click on the staff ID, could check it. This is where the system admin verifies your account. All the information over here. So it checks your staff ID, your email, your name, last name, mobile phone, in either for him to call you. If there's any information, tie back to the HR, check back with the HR with either you are valid or not. Tell the department, ask your department either your project is valid or not. Okay, so I would rather approve or reject it. So in this case, I'll approve it. So the user will receive another email when the system admin approves the account. So let's go back. Let's go back to your email. Refresh it. There you go. You have an account activation sent to your email address. If you could see, to your email address by Myren email cloud no replies. And yes, like his name, please do not reply the email. So you need to click in the activation link to activate your account. Click it. Yeah, it will appear in a new browser page. Just wait for a moment. Give it time. Give it some time. Hold. It's going there. It's going there. So it's going to this page after you click from your email address. You check your email address, you click this one, this link, activation link. So we go to this page. It has an information. Congratulations, your account has been activated. To log in, use your login details. If you don't remember your login details, that's why I advise you, please do not delete your email from Myren Cloud. So you can just copy this one. For the email, only the first sign up will appear with your username. The next email and the following, you would not have your email, but it's important to save all your email from Myren Cloud. Okay, I just paste it into my email. select my organization as Myren and log in. There you go. There you go. And you cannot straight away order a machine as a virtual machine, but you need, for security purposes, you need to have an SSH key. Click on my account. SSH keys. You need to have SSH keys for security purposes. If you do not know what is SSH key, you could see over here more about SSH key. Click over here. I'll open it in a new tab. Read it out. Read it out. Alright, we have all this information inside. So generate your SSH key. For me, I'm going to use, you could either use any SSH key generator. For me, I'm going to use PuttyGen. I've already installed it from the Putty website. If you do not know how to do that, you could always refer back to the main page, FAQ, generate SSH key on Windows or Linux if you're using Linux, or Mac if you're using Mac OS. So over here, click on generate and go there. Squad fast, try to get it fast. Okay, just randomly. Okay, give a meaningful key comment. For me, I put it as admin, use it root, and for the passphrase. Passphrase is where you need to remote to your Linux machine, and then you will prompt you this passphrase. It will consider as your password. So okay, save your private key anywhere in your desktop. I put VC Cloud VC, save it and copy this one all over, copy, paste it over here, give it a meaningful name, SSH1 for example, root, add this key, then you can apply for a machine, a virtual machine. Click on order a machine, select. For me, for this example, I'm going to use CentOS. It has 3 packages that you could. For A, we have 1 gig RAM. It's a disk of 50 gig. You have package B, you have 2 gig RAM with 100 gig disk, and package C, 4 gig RAM and 200 gig disk. Select the data center. Currently Myren only has 1 data center. Maybe in the future we will have 2 or 3. We need to identify which data center you want to use. Please refer to your system admin. Okay, give a meaningful machine name. Please don't put any underscores or stars. It is being used in the programming language. You cannot provision a machine using underscore or stars or even a space. So I'm going to enter mine, retro test 1. Okay, machine remark, you use this when you need certain port to open. We only allow SSH port, HTTP port, port 80, port SSH, port 22, and we don't allow any telnet and whatsoever. So if you need it, just specify it to us. Say that 21 with a comma, and select the next one. If you have any, 76, either 552, 567. You need to specify it, but this doesn't comes immediately. The system admin will follow up, send a request to the super admin, which is the Myren NOC. So the officers at the Myren NOC will apply this to the firewall. It takes a moment before this rule applies, but your machine is already there when you provision. So I select and provision. Valid mark is required. Alright, you're going to use this thing. Set the top sender again. Retro test. And see port 2234. Try and provision again. Oh. Retro test 1. So for 21. Okay. So you need to see information. You have been requested new provision machine. My team will send email to you for computer processes. So check by your email. You say the provision you have to request for the machine, and this you need to follow up with the system admin, your university system admin, to approve your machine. So I'm a system admin for myself. I'm going to see user provision. So you have retro test over here. Click over here. I know who is the staff applying for account. Maybe you receive calls from the system admin to verify is it you that using the server. Do you have any project tied with it whatsoever? Okay, approve. Okay, then you will get another email. You will get another email, and you need to click your email. This is your machine name that we provided earlier. This is used for our system. It is CentOS 6 type A. Okay, click in the activation. Your machine exists now. Okay, so you click it in your machines. Click in your machine name. It will appear all the information. If you happen to realize it doesn't have any credential, username or password, because you has SSH key installed at the first thing, right? Is it? So you need to log in using SSH tunnel, and the default username is root. We'll do it later because the status is still provisioning. You need to wait for a couple of moments. Still provisioning. Refresh. Yeah, alright, it's running. So this I can close it. Open up your putty. What's the IP again? Okay, copy this IP. This is the public IP. You need this to SSH remote login into your server. This is the private IP address for internal usage between servers and servers inside the cloud. So enter your IP address, then go to SSH auth, then browse in your private key that you have saved earlier. Okay, here is mine. Open, then click on open. If your first time login using this laptop, this machine, just click yes, and the default login username is root. So the passphrase is the one you created before, remember? The passphrase. So there you are, you're here. Okay, the F minus H, you could see how mountable you have in this location. You have 10 gigs and you have another additional 50 gigs. This for the unit to mount it. Thank you for watching. We'll update if anything. Please email me, email Myren at cloudadmin@myren.net.my, and you could always refer with your system admin. It is supposed the level of authority for the users. It always has to check with the system admin. The system admin, if you cannot do it, any problems that you are facing, the system admin itself will refer to us at cloudadmin@myren.net.my. Thank you very much.